Alright, compression boots. Are they just an overpriced gimmick that feels good and does nothing? Or are they the recovery tool that professional athletes swear by? That's what we're figuring out today. Welcome back to Recovery for Athletes, the channel that we cut through the marketing noise so you only spend money on the stuff that delivers. And today, we got the hyperized Normatec Elite. This is one of the most hyped recovery tools on the market right now. So the question isn't really, is this cool? Obviously it looks cool. The question is, does it earn a spot in your recovery routine? Let's find out. Real quick, here's why any of this matters. You don't only get stronger when you train, you also get stronger when you recover. Train hard, skip recovery, and all you're doing is stacking fatigue on top of fatigue. Sore legs, dead legs, and eventually you just plateau. So it's better to be strategic about your recovery. And that's where these come in. The pitch is pretty simple. You strap in, they squeeze your legs, they flush out the junk and pump fresh blood back in. It sounds great on paper, right? But do they actually hold up? Or is it just a fancy massage that feels amazing but does nothing? So what is the Normatec Elite? At its core, it's dynamic air compression. But here's the thing most reviews won't tell you. Normatec is the original. These were designed by a PhD and MD. So it's not some knockoff that just jumped on a trend. This is the science the trend was built on. Here's how it works. It uses this thing called pulse technology. The boots inflate in 5 overlapping zones, starting at your feet and working up. It basically copies the natural muscle pumps and one-way valves in your legs. So in plain English, it moves fluid the exact way your body actually wants to. It just does it harder and faster. Now here's the part I actually love. There's a feature called zone boost. It lets you dump extra time and pressure into one specific zone. So say your calves and your quads are just wrecked. You just target it, and you've got 7 levels of compression. So whether you're an athlete or just a weekend warrior, you can dial it right in. Here's where the Elite really earns its name. No hoses, no control box, like you would see on the Normatec 3. The Normatec 3 chained you to the control unit. The Elite got rid of all that. The controls are built right into the boot. It's 3.2 pounds per boot, up to 4 hours of battery, and it's TSA approved for carry-on. So you can recover on the go wherever you are. If you travel and train, that's kind of the whole game. Okay, the big question, do they actually work? Here's my honest answer. I'm not gonna oversell this. What these do temporarily is bump up circulation in your legs. They help take the edge off that deep muscle ache and soreness. And they help you hold on to your range of motion after a brutal session. That's what Normatec's built to do. Let me be straight with you. It's not gonna save you from a bad training program or 4 hours of sleep. What it is a recovery accelerator. It's the difference between waking up at 70% and waking up at 90%. And if you do that every day across the whole session, that gap adds up to real performance. So does it work? Yeah, for what it's actually designed to do. Just know what you're buying, a faster bounce back and not a miracle. Using them is super simple. Before a workout, 15 to 20 minutes of medium intensity to prime the legs. After a workout, 20 to 30 minutes of medium to high intensity to kick it into gear. That's it. Zip in, feet up, and let it run while you scroll on your phone. If you're thinking this already belongs in your setup, let me save you the rabbit hole. The direct link is down in the description. It's the exact one we broke down right here. So let me land this plane for us. Who's this actually for? If you're a professional athlete or someone who trains really hard and intense, this is a serious tool. But if you only train a couple times a week and you're not really fighting soreness, or someone that's constantly training when they travel, you might not need the Elite tier. And that's totally fine. I'd rather tell you that than sell you something that lives in your closet. Bottom line, it's not about which sport you play. It's about how intense your training is and how you recover. So if you train like it matters, recover like it matters too. If this helped you out, hit subscribe. We break down every recovery tool worth your money so you don't waste $1 on hype. Link to the Normatec Elite in the description. And remember, be strategic about your recovery. I'll see you on the next one.